Hello everybody and welcome back to Lone Oak Farm. Today we've got to buy a brand new tractor. We've also got to buy a brand new cultivator and air drill setup for the John Deere 9620RX, which is obviously this tractor just here, looking fairly dirty. So after today's work, which is to plant number 54, field number 54, it can have a wash. Hopefully I don't forget to do it. If I do, then we can do it in the next episode. But yes, that is the job for this tractor. And yeah, like I say, we've got to buy a new tractor. It's going to be a John Deere as well. It's going to be for the feed mixer. We're going to keep a tractor on the feed mixer all the time instead of keep swapping over. This tractor here moves the bales. This one over here is obviously for heavy work, also the cultivation and stuff. The John Deere over there, it doesn't actually have a job, but I don't think it's going to be the right tractor for the feed mixer because the feed mixer is pretty big. So that can have another job, probably something fairly lightweight, such as windrowing, something like that. But anyway, this is the tractor which I would like to use today. Can we use in tractor control outside? I thought you might be able to, but I'm not too sure now. Anyway, let's just reverse with this. We'll put this away in that bay over there, if I can fit it in there. It's going to be quite difficult. But yeah, it's going to be just going to move a very heavy load of manure first of all. And actually we have pretty much finished with the manure. You'd be very pleased to hear because we've done it in nearly every single episode so far, and yes, it's coming to an end. We have pretty much got through the supply. The only problem is we have to just spread this first, so yeah, just spreading the last load, this load here and that load in there, should finish us off for the muck for a very long time, I hope. This is already fully loaded, put here by the Case tractor. Obviously it was nowhere near powerful enough to actually spread it, but yeah, 32,000 litres here. And before we head off, yeah, that is supposed to be 70,000 litres. I'm not sure if it's totally full or if it's just all stopped. Yeah, I think it's all stopped. Although it might be full. 82%. It's almost full. Let's continue. The conveyor belt was just in the wrong place, but I'm sure you'll agree that it is actually looking much neater in here. It used to be disgusting in here, but look at this. The cows can actually get to their feed troughs, and there's only a small pile here, which is very soon going to be gone. In fact, you can see it disappearing as we speak. It's looking very positive. I like that it can actually pick that up from all the way back there. That's good. Some would say it's unrealistic, but to be honest, if it couldn't do that, it would be really frustrating not being able to get that out. So that's good. Yep, let's go and first of all, spread this load, and then that can go to the field, and we can also spread that as well. The only problem is we're going to have to tip it out just to reload it, but it's not a massive problem because we do have, at least I think we have, hang on, wait a second, we do have a telehandler, don't we? Yes, we do. Phew. That would have been close. That would have been very bad. The grass field hasn't grown yet because we haven't actually progressed a day since the previous episode, so yeah, by the next episode, that should all be nice and green and lush, I would hope. Unlike most of the grass in the UK currently, or in England at least. Not very lush at all. Although we've had some rain, so it's not as bad as it used to be. It was very bad a few weeks ago. But yeah, in some areas, more rain is required. This is of course a job for GPS, because without GPS we're going to be missing a lot of areas, or overlapping areas, which would be very wasteful. So this is the field. You'll know it very well. I need to rotate that 90 degrees. Slide that across a bit. Possibly just level it off a bit as well. It's not too far off. Okay, let's just go. I don't know how long it will last for, but it's free fertilizer. We have so much of it.
Now the day is dawning. There ain't no pain can never make me stay. Yeah, you know it's true. There ain't no rain can wash it all away. It's been hardened into stone. There ain't no place can never make me feel that the space that you left can heal. There ain't no way that I can let you know that you lost me long ago.
Okay, so we're almost empty. We have 627 litres left. We might as well refill. So I'm going to go and get the lorry, or the truck, which is full of manure. 70,000 litres. I would imagine, as a guess, that 70,000 litres is enough to finish the field. That is over 2 more full loads of these. Have we done over a third? Let's just see. Probably less than a third. Okay, well, it might be just slightly over then, but it's not going to be too far off. So 70,000 will definitely be required, and then, yeah, if we have to get a bit more, we can do. Not a problem. I've actually gone to the Manitou first. The reason for this is because when we were doing that, we did actually get the message that there was no more space for the wool pallets to spawn. So we're going to move them. We'll put them in the shed there. In fact, if we can get those bales out of there first, if the sheep will accept them, that will free up some space. That would be quite useful. So we'll just grab some of these. Probably, can we get 3? Oh, this is obviously going to depend on some decent stacking, which I haven't done. Right. I hope they'll take all 3, but again, it doesn't really matter if they don't. I can always just leave a bale in front of the trough and it will accept when it needs to be, when it needs to be used. Okay, it took 1. Let's just take a look on the animal information page. Yep, so yeah, 1 is more than enough by the look of it. They're going to need some water soon, so I need to keep that in mind. But yeah, you can have those bales, sheep. They will be accepted when they need to be. I think actually I did leave one there before, I think, and they've gone. So that would explain why I haven't had to refill them that much. I'll have to refill the trough. So yeah, I'll just start to move these. The only issue is, as soon as I move one, a pallet is going to spawn, and I don't want to knock it out of place because it will likely not it won't fill up anymore, so then we'll have to move that one as well. So that is something I need to look out for here. Next time there's a great demand, we will go and take these over to the sell point, which isn't actually that far from here, but we'll use the auto-loading trailer just for simplicity's sake. And yeah, let's just learn not to crash into doors. Just noticed the productivity of the cows is only 55%. It could be that it just hasn't updated, or it could be that they are lacking a seriously vital ingredient. Yes, silage. Silage is 50% base food. Okay, well, it's not a problem. Well, it is a problem, but it's not a problem because we can give them some. But that is going to mess up my idea of buying a new tractor today, because we're going to have to do that instead. I'll see if we can do it as well. I want to. And the final pallet just here. Yeah, nothing has spawned, so I'm guessing it's going to spawn in a minute. It might have even been waiting for us to move. But at least now I can continue. It's got space for 6 more full pallets, which is, I think, the equivalent of around, well, over $100,000, which is obviously a huge amount of money. So there you go, sheep. We've done the work for you. We'll keep the pallet tines here. We'll take this back over to the yard because, yeah, it's going to be moving muck for the next few minutes. And just wondering, shall we go to the shop on the way? No. We won't do it because we need to take the old drill, actually, yeah. We'll take the old drill on the John Deere 9RX, and yeah, then we can bring it back, the new one back with the same tractor. Here we come, and we've got the lorry here as well, or the truck. I don't know whether I should call it a lorry or a truck. To me, it's a lorry, but obviously, in the place where we are, it would be most likely called a truck or a semi, I believe. Anyway, I think we'll tip it in the far corner, right over here. Keeps it out of the way. And then we don't actually have to finish this job before we can get the seed drill into here. Oh, there's another farm over there. And that farm isn't actually part of the map, it would appear. Very cleverly done. I like it. Right, it doesn't have to be in the field, but I think it should be, because then anything which is left over at the end is not going to be wasted. The nutrients can go into the ground, and yes, it'll all be cleared anyway by the time we come to spread here. Make a nice, neat pile. Try and make it a good sized pile. Okay, so we'll move out of the way with this, and we'll start to load up the muck spreader once again. Probably shouldn't move that up in the air, it's most likely going to flip it over. Okay, it's going to be quite a few bucket loads. I don't know how many, is 4, 8, 12, 16, most likely about 8 bucket loads I'd have thought. Yeah, so when this is on the go, I think about bringing the seed drill over. It'll obviously mean taking a break, but yeah, it's going to be started over the other side, I would have thought, while we're still doing this, because then we can get 2 jobs done in a much shorter period of time. I thought the capacity of the bucket was 4,000 litres, but it's actually 4.5. So yeah, it won't take as many bucket loads as I thought, which is good. It's almost 4.5 anyway. 4,492.
I call you up in the middle of the night, been bothered by dreams, ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and I will always know where we belong. This ain't no ordinary love we got going on. I'll pick you up in my 59 Ford. We head on down the road until we get bored. Just you and me and the sun and the wind. If the rain should stop falling, we'll head home again. Everybody else can see where we belong. Oh, ain't no ordinary love we got going on. At the end of the world, together forever is one, and I'll wait if ever you should be in doubt, and I'll pray they never can pull us apart, and I'll wait for the time when we'll be together every day. But I know if ever we'll be led astray, that I'll find my way back home to you again.
We have almost finished, as you can see. I'm just finishing off the last section where it was actually dumped. And yes, it's taken much less than I thought it would do. And I think I know the reason why. I had it on cruise control at 11 miles per hour before, and it turns out you can actually spread it at 12. So, over the whole load, that's going to make a big difference to how much ground you actually cover. So that must be the reason. It can't have been my just my atrocious mathematical skills. Right, onto a worker. Better make sure I've actually put that down as well. There we go. And yeah, this better come along too. But that is now ready for the seed drill, and yeah, change of plan. When I was doing it, I thought there was absolutely no point stopping halfway through, because it's just going to take longer that way. We'll do all the muck spreading, and we'll go and buy some things from the shop, and then do it that way, because it is going to be better. It will make it much easier in the long run. So yeah, over to the farmyard. Drop off the Manitou. In fact, yeah, drop off everything. jump into the John Deere 9RX and pick up the, I think it's Amazon seed drill, I think it is. Then take that over to the store, sell it and replace it with a much larger and hopefully much better air drill combination. Here it is. So yeah, if you didn't watch the previous episode, basically we were really having trouble with the other seed drill. It was really being a nuisance, in fact. It wouldn't allow us to turn. What was happening, I think, was it was picking up, the seed drill was actually picking up the back of the tractor, which is quite surprising considering the weight of one of these things. So obviously some kind of incompatibility somewhere, I'm not quite sure where. I've used the drill before and it's been fine, so it's probably just on this particular tractor, but I didn't really want to have this one anyway. It turns out I would prefer to have one of the cultivator and air drill combination things. I'll show you what I mean. I'm probably really rubbish at explaining what I mean, but yeah, you'll be able to see it in a minute anyway, so it doesn't really matter. See what he's doing? It's just tipping over. It's really strange. So we'll go and, if we can get there, we'll go and get rid of it and then come back with something more suitable, hopefully. It seems fine on the road. It was just in the field and when it's actually working. My initial thought was the actual drill part of it. Don't know the technical term for it. Does it have coulters? I'm not too sure, but yeah, this part here, when it was unfolded and down, I thought it was actually that lifting the tractor up. But yeah, I think it's probably not that at all. I think it's probably the hitch, because it seems to be doing it here too. In fact, you can see it's not actually fitting in there correctly, so I don't know. Strange. Doesn't really matter though, because it's going, so we'll replace it with something more suitable, and hopefully that'll work perfectly. Let's see what it's like when it turns. I bet it tips over. Yep. It's got to be the hitch. It must be the hitch. Somehow I've got to get it around the back of here. Come on. There's a tree. Don't crush the tree. Oh, no, almost took the whole thing over. They even get some free fertilizer and seed. Yeah, please just be the hitch. 184,141. We are definitely going to be spending some money here. I don't know if we'll be able to buy the tractor today. I was really hoping to, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, so I think it was it this one here I wanted? I think it was. There's also this one here, but I think that's a bit too big for our farm. Yes, we'll go for the Terminator. So that's 212 and 98. Still left with $213,000 though. So that's not too bad. We could buy the new John Deere. Although I might leave it until the next episode. I'll show you which one it is. It's, let's just see if we can find it. It shouldn't be too hard to find, although nearly everything I have here appears to be John Deere. There it is, the 7030 Premium. I've used it many times before. It's a very good mod, so I just thought I'd stick it onto the feed mixer. And then, yeah, we have a tractor designated to that particular job. This is going to be big. Well, so far, that's good. That's the bit that pivots on the tractor. That's good too. And yes, we're not going to be refilling it with fertilizer because we've just spread the muck, of course, so there's absolutely no point. Let's go back this way. That seems to be turning very well. I'm very impressed by that, so that's good. So yeah, we just have to look out for cars. It is very wide. Oh, here's the first car. That wasn't too bad. Two more cars. Yep, that's fine. Perfectly doable. It's a busy road. The next issue is going to be getting it into the seed refill points. We might have to use a different seed refill point, potentially, or just leave the cultivator part out here. Because that's not going to go... I probably would go through actually if the approach angle was correct. Probably would do, but yeah, I'll just drop it off here. There we go, that's filling up. It doesn't seem to show that it's filling up. Down the bottom right hand corner of the screen, it could be that we don't have the cultivator part attached, but it's fine. Well, it will be fine, providing it doesn't charge us and then not give us anything. It is physically filling up though, so that's a good sign. Almost full, as you can see there. You can just about see. So, yeah, we'll just reattach and hopefully we can then drill the field. It cost us $6,736. We're going to say dollars even though it says pounds. It was changed over for the other series. And now we can hitch back onto here. There we go. 9,400 litres of seed. So it did work, it's just it has to be attached to actually display it. Good. And I don't actually have a preference to which crop we're going to put in here, so it's just going to be random. Possibly canola. I think canola could be a good crop. So yeah, we'll head up there and we'll get it all put in, because it's not going to take very long with a machine of this size. It's a very impressive machine and it's going to be very useful for when it comes to do other even larger fields, because we're going to be expanding the fields very soon again for something even bigger. The amount of money that's coming in is just incredible. We have all of the sheep's wool to sell. We have another day of cow's milk, which does need to be done because of the silage. The silage needs to be done to boost that, but that's going to be tomorrow now. But yeah, it's looking very positive. I still think it's so impressively done the way you can see another farm over there, but it isn't actually on the map. I keep saying it's not on the map, but yeah, I don't think it is. Pretty sure it isn't, because the place you can see in front of us at Field 54, that is that place over there. The place over there is somewhere which doesn't even show up, so that is so well done. Right, before I get into a pickle here, let's just get started. We'll use GPS as usual. It's a very good mod to use. Really couldn't do without it at all. I think that's all ready to go. Yep, there we go. So let's just do a quick modification there of the course. Anything which is missed I'll do at the end. And yeah, we need to wash the tractor at the end as well. But this technically should be a very easy and fast job.
Journey for life, and I've already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm alright. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air. A journey for life, I'm alright. No, 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 no.
That went pretty well. So yeah, we've just got to do the headland here. It's just this end of the field which has to be done because, well, as you can tell, there is a big fence there. And we couldn't really turn in the fence, so I had to turn quite early. But it should only be a couple of minutes job. I think if we go across here and then come back the other way, that should be all it needs. Turn GPS off. But yep, that was definitely much faster than the other drill, I'm sure it was. And we didn't have the tractor being picked up at the back by the seed drill. And then there are these turning marks just here, just a few. It wouldn't really matter if I didn't even do them, but it just makes a more complete job. There's a bit in the corner as well. And then this tractor can go and have a very well deserved wash, because it hasn't been washed at all, I don't think, in the time I've had it, and it looks like a right state. Finished. Okay, so while that just folds up, it's going to take a while. I'll just show you the dirt. Ugh. Like, you don't want to have a tractor too clean, because it looks like it's just living in the showroom all day, but it can also be too dirty. It can definitely be too dirty. It does take a very long time to fold up, but yeah, it's a lot of weight, a lot of different hydraulics going into it. There we go. I think it's lifted up. Yep, it must be. Because it's trying to unfold again. Okay, back to the farm. The lone oak is just such a focal point of this farm. I can't believe how I went so long without even realising it was there, and then it's just this random oak tree, which clearly gives the place a name. And here we are, finishing off at the pressure washer. Getting it nice and clean. I'm not worried about the drill. In fact, it probably isn't in that dirty yet because it hasn't really done that much. Obviously, it's done a whole field, but really, in comparison to what it can do, it's not a great deal. Look at that. It's now green again. Green and yellow. And it looks very nice. Nice and shiny. What a difference that makes. Nice. Okay, so thank you for watching, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.